students, please come to the office. Hunter Rogers, Micah Peterson, Kennedy Helms, Delia Myers, Olivia Krantz, Isabel Deanda, Chris Brown, Emily Pope, Kayla Nolan, Ava Vining, Kayla Mutersbaum, Alyssa Flowers, Danielle Bryant, Addison Barbosa, Laney Sadowski, Johnny Morris, Carly Taylor, Patty Zimmer, Roger Manchip.
It's not the worst one we've done. Huh? Oh, no. The worst one we did was I've Been Everywhere.
Oh, no, I hate that.
That is hands down the worst one we've done. Belladonna didn't do it. Belladonna didn't even touch I've Been Everywhere. Did we do one over? No, we had Mills by the time we got Breath of Heaven. So, we didn't do a one over Breath of Heaven was high. We didn't do anything with my son Mills. I've been a nightmare. None of us knew the words. I don't know. We had similar things every time we did it.
I don't think I did it now.
Did you wrote the song himself? We did do that when we did it at the 6th Street Church. But we had our music on us because none of us knew the words. Yeah, we did I Been Everywhere, we did Breath of Heaven, we did.
Your name?
We did Buffalo.
That sucks. I had last time. What? I had last time. It sucks, dude.
That and the Naz is the only two places we did summer. No, we did it.
We did it at the festival.
Mexico.
Bullfrog students, please come to the office. Ava Vining, Delia Myers, Micah Peterson, Carly Taylor, Elijah Manchio, Laney Sadowski, Addison Barbosa, Danielle Myers, Alyssa Flowers, Kayla Mutersbaum.
That song has love in it. No, I probably.
Oh, Seasons of Love. We never did that.
That was the other one. Where we won. I don't know what it was. We loved that song. I don't know what it was, but I loved the title. I remember it. We did it.
We didn't go to 6th Street. 6th Street was so bad. That's all I remember. Two friends were there in the audience. Oh, yeah, I remember that. We were all freaking out. She yelled at us when we got back because we ended up having to leave her early. We got screaming out. That wasn't.
I know because you guys are outstanding students, you've already noticed that we have a warm-up for you. Oh, sorry. I need that. transformation that you need to apply.
Just wait, like everybody else. You don't have a computer? You don't have your computer?
Doesn't take very good pictures. No, it really doesn't, and it's hard to take it with a computer.
You can't do a video with it? A video, hold it up. Okay, let's see how we did. Well, the first thing that we would have to do, well, this is the pattern that I kind of taught you how to do. We put it in vertical form like this, and then we apply the rule of x and then y minus 1. So if we do that, the x stays the same, 1 stays as 1, 2 stays as 2, negative 3 stays as negative 3. Y minus 1 would be negative 2 minus 1, which is negative 3, 5 minus 1, which is 4, and 7 minus 1, which is 6. There's the first iteration or transformation. Now we do the next one, which is negative y and 2x. So if I go negative y, which is negative 3, that means it's going to be positive 3. And if I do 2 times 1, that's 2. If I do negative y of 4, that's negative 4. 2 times 2 is 4, so negative 4, 4. And if I go negative y of 6, that's negative 6. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6, negative 6. Who got all of these 3 correct? Not too bad. All right, good. Go ahead and get out your homework then for last night. We need problems number 18, and is what we're going to do first, number 18. While you're digging that out, I'm going to make the picture. the congruence statement, ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. That is critically important as we look at this. Okay, so now, as soon as we see this, I hope your mind is like my mind is. I'm thinking 6 corresponding parts are congruent. 6 corresponding parts are congruent. All right. Those 6 corresponding parts would be A is congruent to D, B is congruent to E, C is congruent to F, and now if I do the sides, AB is congruent to DE, BC is congruent to EF, and AC is congruent to DF. Those are the 6 parts which are congruent. All right, now I did it really quick, but do you guys remember doing that from Tuesday? All right, good. So now, why is that important? Because that's going to help me solve this. On number 18, they want us to find the measure, I think, of C. Is that correct? Okay, so if they want us to find C, C is right here. That's the same as F. I know that angle C is congruent to the measure of angle F. All right, so from the given information, don't they tell us that this angle right here is 71? So then how can I find F? Well, it's not as hard as it looks. What's the measure of this arc that I just drew? 180. 180, that's right. So it's almost like a linear pair. If that's 71, and the whole thing is 180, that makes this 109. So the measure of angle F is 109, which is then equal to the measure of angle C. It really is that simple. So you can't find C directly, but you can find the measure of F, which is equal to C. Does that make sense? All right, and then part number 17 says, very similar. Very, very similar. It says that they want us to find the measure of angle D. All right, so they want us to find D right here. Well, it's the same as A. Measure of angle D is equal to the measure of angle A. So if I find the measure of angle A, I have the measure of angle D. Let's go over here to A. Well, one thing you should notice is that there's a square there. Anytime there's a square there, what's that mean? 90 degrees. So then it's like the angle addition postulate. This part here, what is it, 62?
Yeah.
If this part's 62, then what's that?
28.
90 minus 62, 28 degrees. 28 degrees, and we're done. There's 17. It's really that simple. Okay, because we know if this one's the measure of angle A of this triangle right here, if that's 28, then D has to be 28, because those are corresponding angles. Everyone got it? Okay, good. Stay in your book there, and I want you to do number 20 and 21 in your book. I'm going to give you about 15 minutes here. Okay? Number 20 and 21. I'll give you about 15 minutes. The congruency statement is vitally important. If I know that A is 59, what other angles are 59? And so by process of deduction, I should be able to figure out what the unknown, which is this angle, what the unknown angle is. I want you to number 20 and 21, which is on the next page. About 10 minutes and 30 seconds. Perimeter is the sum of all the sides.
how do you find the
Once you solve for x, so.
Oh, I did solve that.
Let me explain without interrupting.
You're the one
Once
who's
you
walking
solve
away.
for, no, I wasn't.
Mhm.
I said, once you solve for x,
Got it.
put it back in for the length of each side. And then add the two sides together.
But that's for the degree. There's no.
Still x. Still substitute x in.
You can just make sure you put that book back. We're gonna go over it. 5 minutes and 25 seconds. Let's go back to the music. Me neither. Over the course of a year, maybe. You have to make that. That's imagination. I have imagination every day. Just have a break.
You have the entire weekend to sleep. But God would never say no.
3 minutes. Wes, you about done? You're done? Charlie, are you done? Is everybody still working? Caitlin, you done? You done? Okay. All right, so let's see here. We've got triple congruent statement, okay? And so it's still, everything still stays the same though. If it's in the same position in the statement, that means they're congruent. So I've highlighted A, B, and H. They all have the same measure. Well, since this is 59, then that would mean that B is 59 in the triangle BCH. So that makes this one 59. Okay? And then also H is 59 in this triangle. So that makes that 59. All right, and then we got 27. That's C. So, you know what? I'm going to make this orange. It won't look as good, but C is here, here, and here. All right, so all of those are 27. So HGB, that makes this one 27. ABG, that makes this one 27. Okay, so now what? Well, pretty simply, really. What's the measure of this arc again? 180 degrees. In this case, there's actually 3 angles. If I were just to number those, 1, 2, and 3, we know that that's 1 plus 2 plus 3. Well, if I look at this picture closely, angle 1 would be 27. Angle 2, we don't know. That's what we're trying to find out. And angle 3 is 59. I know, when I do it, it looks so easy. So then you go 180. 27 plus 59 is 86. Subtract 86 and we get 94 is equal to the question mark. Or the measure of angle GBH is 94 degrees. How many people got it right? Okay, not everybody. Pretty good though. All right, now the last part or part B is B the midpoint. Well, that one's actually pretty easy because we know that AB segment is congruent to BC segment. So this segment and that segment have to be equal. If that's the case, then B is the midpoint. So part B of that question is an answer of affirmative. It is the midpoint. Okay, B is the midpoint. Okay, so that's 20. Let's go ahead and go to 21. Talking about triangular pools. I don't know about you, but that seems silly. Triangular pools. Okay, so we've got J, K, and L. And M, N, and P. My picture is not exactly like there is in the book, but it'll work. Now, some given information. We know that the length of JL is 41 feet. We know that the expression for KL is 5x plus 1. We know the expression for JK is 4x minus 4. And then they give us 2 odd ones. They give us the degree measure of K, which is 20x minus 15. And they give us the degree measure of N, which is 15x plus 15. Well, remember, we're still talking about corresponding parts. And so in this case, we got to find 2 corresponding parts which are congruent. Well, the only thing that we have, because we know that triangle JKL is congruent to triangle MNP. We know those 2 triangles are congruent. We know that K and N are congruent. If they're congruent, we can set their expressions equal to each other. So let's do that. 20x minus 15 is equal to 15x plus 15. Now we solve for x. Subtract 15x. 5x minus 15 is equal to 15. Now we add 15. 5x equals 30. All right, now what do we do? Well, divide by 5. And so we have x then is equal to 6. Now that doesn't solve the problem, not at all. But it gives us what we need in order to solve the problem. Okay? In order to solve the problem, we now take the 6, and you know how I like arrows. We're going to plug it into x there and x there. And then that's going to give us the perimeter because we're finding the length of each side. We know that the perimeter is equal to the sum of all sides. Okay, so in this case, in this picture, that means JK plus KL plus JL equals the perimeter. Any questions there? All right, well, JK, if I take 6 and put it in, 4 times 6 minus 4, that gives me 20. So JK is 20. Okay? Chaz, you with me? Okay? KL, if I put 6 and put it in there, I get 31. And they already gave us what JL is, and that was 41. So if I add these three together, 72 and 20, I end up with 92 feet for the perimeter. Who got that one right? 92. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. All right, questions on that? Oh yeah, when you solve for x over here, no, that happens. Okay.